Admiral Zekskala's crystalline form flickered with distress as she transmitted the emergency beacon across known space. The Valdorian Consortium's finest fleet was trapped in the Koroth Nebula, surrounded by the savage Vrexani warpacks who had emerged from the galactic rim like a nightmare made manifest. All allied vessels. This is Admiral Zekskala of the 4th Exploration Fleet. We are under siege by unknown hostiles, requesting immediate assistance. Our position is... The transmission cut short as another wave of Vrexani fighters screamed past the bridge, their bioweapons tearing through the Consortium's energy shields like paper. Commander Yethron's tentacles writhed in panic. Admiral, we've lost 3 more ships. The Vrexani are unlike anything in our databases. They seem to actively enjoy the carnage. Zekskala had served for 40 cycles, participating in 17 different conflicts across the galaxy. She had seen the methodical warfare of the Centauri Republic, the elegant tactical dances of the Andromedans, even the brutal efficiency of the Korthak Empire. But the Vrexani were something else entirely, creatures that seemed to feed on violence itself, their ships designed not for strategic victory, but for maximum suffering. Admiral, Communications Officer Peltera's voice cracked with hope. We're receiving a response to our distress beacon. Which fleet? Zekskala demanded, watching another consortium destroyer explode in a ball of plasma. Unknown designation. They're transmitting on military frequencies, but the language is unfamiliar. They're calling themselves Terra. Zekskala's memory banks searched frantically. Terra, the 3rd planet of a minor yellow star system. She recalled the recent integration reports, a newly contacted species, barely spacefaring, from what the xenobiologist classified as a high-gravity. Admiral, you should see this, Yethron whispered, his voice filled with an emotion Zekskala couldn't identify. On the tactical display, 12 primitive-looking vessels had dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the nebula. They were ugly things, angular, brutish, with none of the elegant curves preferred by civilized species. They looked more like weapons than ships. This is Admiral Maria Kozlov of the Terran Defense Force. Came a transmission in heavily accented galactic standard. We receive your distress call. Hold your position. We're coming in. Negative, Terra vessels. Zekskala broadcast urgently. You are vastly outnumbered. The hostiles have over 200 combat units. There was a pause, then something that chilled Zekskala's crystalline core. Laughter. Copy that, Admiral. 200, you said? Boys, looks like we're outnumbered again. More laughter echoed across the channel. Just the way we like it. What happened next would be studied in military academies for generations. The Terran ships didn't engage in elegant formations or execute sophisticated tactical maneuvers. Instead, they accelerated directly toward the largest concentration of Vrexani forces, their engines burning so hot that space itself seemed to warp around them. They're going to ram. Baltaras Kramat. But they didn't ram. At the last possible moment, the human ships opened fire with weapons that shouldn't have been possible. Kinetic projectiles moving at appreciable fractions of light speed, fusion warheads that turned space itself into hellfire, and something the Terrans casually called tungsten rods that punched through Vrexani bioships like they were made of tissue paper. The Vrexani, who had spent hours systematically dismantling the consortium fleet, found themselves facing opponents who fought with a savagery that matched their own. But where the Vrexani fought for the joy of causing suffering, the humans fought with cold, calculated precision that was somehow far more terrifying. Admiral Kozlov, Zekskala transmitted, watching in stunned silence as human fighters pursued fleeing Vrexani vessels. Your tactics are unprecedented. Ma'am, with respect, you called us for backup from a death world. Did you expect us to bring flowers? Within an hour, the nebula